We get our weekly visit from Steve Merrill from Wager Talk, who breaks down all the big college football games for us. So check out those segments across our channels here on the Voice of College Football Network on YouTube. Catch Steve's work at wagertalk.com, more specifically every day, regardless of the sport. Boston College, Notre Dame, the Irish playing much better late in the season. Came up with another big win last week. They're a 20.5-point favorite against a BC team that surprised at NC State last week, Steve.
Yeah, we've seen some early money coming on both the underdog and the under. We'll check the weather. This time of year, we always, especially in the Northeast, Buffalo's supposed to get hit hard Sunday, by the way, the Bills game at home with some snow or whatever. So we'll keep an eye on the weather. I have a feeling this might be a little bit of a weather move. But, early midweek, I don't worry too much about that because we got to get closer to Saturday to really see what the conditions are going to be. But, yeah, we have seen Notre Dame open 21.5, come down to 21, even 20.5 in some spots. So it's crossing below 3 touchdowns, which is a very key number. Total open 47, down to 42, 43 range all across the board. So a lot of movement on this game. We'll keep an eye on it. And obviously, if it's going to be in the low 40s, it's very difficult for a team to win by more than 3 touchdowns. With that said, all normal conditions, my database simulation, 10,000 runs of the game would have Notre Dame winning by 25.5 over 50% of the time. So if the game is clean as far as the weather goes, this would be some line value for Notre Dame. Their offense is a concern. This year they've been getting it done. Pretty strong defensive team. You do worry about them having to win by a margin against Boston College here in what should once again be a low-scoring game. Boston College, not a good passing team on the road, just 5.9 yards per pass, but they've really struggled to run the ball this year, 2.2 yards per rush. And despite that win against NC State as an 18-point dog last week, -1 rushing yards. Of course, sack yardage goes into the rushing yards in college football, but still 23 attempts, -1 run, 1 yard. So I don't see them running the ball here. Keep in mind also NC State had 4 turnovers in that game last week. That was a big part of the difference. Notre Dame's actually gone over 4 straight, and the reason I bring that up is because that offense has woken up 35 points or more now in 4 straight games, including 41 or more in 2 of those 4. We'll keep an eye on the conditions here, but if things are clear, there is some value with Notre Dame at 21 or less.
I was feeling good with Notre Dame minus the 17 last week, and Navy came roaring back and made it a game 35-32, so the Irish win but don't cover on the backdoor cover by Navy last week. Join Steve on wagertalk.com and all the selections. College basketball is up and running in the NBA, so you can join him every day on wagertalk.com. Also, Steve's Under the Radar selection exclusive to us on Patreon. Search Mark Rogers TV. Get Steve's Under the Radar selection. He's 10-1 against the spread this year. And again, all the segments on all the channels. Steve, we appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks, Mark.